Good morning, everyone. Today we have the pleasure of welcoming Miri Willerius, a native language assistant who has joined us here at Alessandro Volta School in Reggio, Calabria. Miri, for short, has been awarded a prestigious scholarship, the Fulbright Scholarship, to work with us. And we are truly excited to have such a unique opportunity to learn from a native speaker. And will be working with us for 1 hour a week to help us improve our skill in spoken English and share fascinating insights about life and culture in America. During Miri lessons, he introduces topics related to American culture, history, and daily life, making the class both engaging and interactive. These are not traditional lessons. They're more like conversation where we get to ask questions. During Miri lessons, he introduces topics related to American culture, history, and daily life, making the class both engaging and interactive. These are not traditional lessons. They're more like conversations where we get to ask questions, share our thoughts, and practice the language in a dynamic and a fun way. This is a great chance for us to ask questions, practice language, and gain a deeper understanding of the world. We're very excited to get to know more about you, Miri, and to make this an inspiring and enjoyable exchange. Let's start by asking some questions and learning more about your journey. Welcome and thank you for being here with us, and welcome to our school. Thank you.
Hi, Miri. Can I ask you where you're from and how old are you?
Yes, I'm 23 years old and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, United States.
Hi, Miri. I want to ask you, how did you manage to become an ETA and why did you choose it?
Yeah, so I became an ETA because I had to apply to the program. I had to write a number of essays. I had to get people to write me letters of recommendation, and all of this. And I chose Italy again because I've always been very interested in Italian culture. And yeah, once again, I got very fortunate to be chosen.
Hi, Miri. What inspired you to pursue a teaching assistant role abroad?
What inspired me to pursue this role? I think intercultural exchange is very important. And I've always really loved Italian culture and learning about Italian culture, so it seemed like a really lovely opportunity, and I got very lucky that I was selected for it.
Hi, would you recommend Italy as a destination to all the future visitors?
I would definitely recommend Italy as a destination for other ETAs, especially just because people here I found are very hospitable. There's a very strong sense of hospitality, and when you're a stranger in a new country, in a new place, hospitality is very, very helpful.
Hey, how are you? Hi, good. I want to ask you what aspects of Italian culture do you enjoy the most?
Thanks for asking. I'm also doing well today. One thing I enjoy a lot about Italian culture is the expressiveness. I come from a culture that is very not expressive, so I think it's something that's very extremely different for me, but I appreciate a lot.
What's of your activity you're really passionate about, and how did you get into it?
That's a wonderful question. An activity I'm very passionate about is writing. And I got into writing because during university, there was a time when I was very frustrated with life, with many things. This was during the COVID pandemic. And with all of that frustration, I started writing poetry for my university student newspaper. And from that, I just started writing and doing a lot of other different things with writing, and I've not stopped since then. It's one of my favorite things.
Hi, Miri. Can I ask you, did you face any challenges during the application process?
I would say I did. For one thing, it's just it was very unlikely statistically that I would get this opportunity. Aside from that, again, I've mentioned before, I like writing a lot. So with these essays, I get very stressed out sometimes because I want them to be very good. So that was a challenge, and also it's just a whole large bureaucratic process. There are deadlines and all of these things, and that's also challenging.
Hi, Miri. How does the classroom atmosphere in Italy compare to that in the United States?
The atmosphere, I mean, here in Italy, it's a lot warmer than where I'm from in the United States, because I'm from one of the coldest parts of the United States. So right now in December, here it's kind of cold, it's raining, but in Minnesota, where I'm from, it's snowing, the water is freezing, the lakes are freezing. So it's a lot warmer here.
Hi, Miri. Is there anything you found surprising about Italy?
I think maybe the thing I found the most surprising about Italy is just how everybody drives here. It's very, very different from how people drive in America. Maybe I'd say people here are a lot more open-minded about how they drive.
What skill do you hope students will gain from working with you?
I hope students gain English speaking abilities, and I would also say critical thinking.
Hi, do you prefer Italian or American school system and why?
I think that I personally prefer the American school system. Maybe this is just because it's the school system I went to, but I think it's important for students to get to interact with a lot of different other students, a lot of different classmates. It's something that was very important for me. So.
And Miri, what do you think about our students and our teacher?
I think it's really interesting how you all do education here, because I think it seems like there are some benefits to it in getting to know one group really, really well. You know, it's maybe builds up the importance of having a sense of community. And I think that's really good.
Hi Miri, what was the biggest cultural difference you experienced here in Italy?
I think one of the biggest cultural differences here that I've noticed is Italian bar culture is very different than in America. I've noticed a lot of the people who work at bars here have been working for maybe decades, and they're maybe the owners of the bars here. But in American cafes or coffee houses, oftentimes the people who work there are students, are very young. Usually people don't work at bars, at cafes for so long in America. So it's the sense of community and culture around bars is very different.
Thank you very much for your time, for this interview, and for your questions.